Now, if you love SUVs, if you love Mercedes-Benz, then this is going to be a really good video for you because I have not one, not two, but three new Mercedes SUVs to walk you through. Hi, my name is Dhruv Paliwal. You're watching AutoX. Let's get started. Now, as far as convention goes, I should talk about cars that have just been launched first. But I'm not going to do that because I have this next to me. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Mercedes-Benz EQG. And those of you who still don't know what this is, well, this is the electric equivalent of the G-Class. Now, when I say this vehicle's not just been launched yet, that's because, well, it's technically still a concept car, but it's a very good indication of what the EQG in its production form will look like once it hits showroom floors. So just take a look around the car and see what you can. We don't really have access to the inside of the vehicle, but I'll still show you what changes have been made on this electric G-Class concept. Now, how do you set it apart from the regular G-Class? That's because, well, it's just stopped right now, but this entire panel over here, it's an LED panel and it's got lights inside it, and it gives a really cool animation, a really cool graphic to the front of the EQG. And that's how you know that this is something that's using EV power and not ICE power. Apart from that, the headlamps, these lamps on the side, these turn indicators, the parking indicators, they're all the same. The silhouette, it remains the same on the front. Now at the side, things again are boxy as before, but there are a lot of cool touches that I want to talk about here. And first of all, these wheels. I don't even know what size they are, but they are massive. The rubber on them looks very prototypey because even the treads on them are very, very different from what you're used to seeing on regular cars. But what I want to talk about are these Maybach style wheels. They give a lot of elegance to the G-Class. The G-Class has always been an elegant car, but it's an SUV that you can take off-road and all. With this, it can probably still go. It's the kind of look that I don't really want to carry off-road. All I want to say is these wheels, they look really, really cool. Now, another way you can tell that the G-Class is an electric one is it's got a lot of lights on the outside. You'll see running across the body, in the front, the LED panel, these lights on the ORVM. As you walk across the side of the car, you'll see a lot of these lights. The silhouette, once again, still remains the same. Now, this is one thing I want to talk about. The G-Class, while being a legendary vehicle, has always been a very under-the-radar car. With the EQG, that's changing a little bit because it's getting a little bit more flashy with all these lights and everything. Will they make it to the production version? Well, I hope they do because they really lend a really nice sense of presence to the G-Class and really make it feel like it's something special. At the rear, this is what the EQG concept looks like. A lot like the regular G-Class, but the nice touch again here, the lights on the wheel cover tell you it's electric. Now, there's not a lot of information we know about this vehicle as of yet. The technical specifications and all are not something that we know right now. Right now, we just want to tell you, rather show you how it looks, and we want you to tell us what you feel about how this new electric EQG looks. And with that, on to the next car here on display. The next SUV I want to show you is this, the Mercedes-Benz GLA. Now, this is a personal favorite for a lot of Indians because it's the car that's most accessible when it comes to getting a Mercedes SUV. And in 2024, it gets a new avatar. Let's see what it's like. Now, what's new on the GLA? When it comes to design, the GLA has always been a curvy SUV, which is a perfect small luxury SUV. And in that sense, it still remains the same. Yes, over the year, its dimensions have slowly and steadily increased. And that means that in its current avatar, it's the largest the GLA has ever been. But on the road, it still feels like a small luxury SUV, and that's a good thing. When it comes to the details, Mercedes has made a few changes. First thing you notice is obviously this new grille, this studded panoramic grille. And that's not the only one available. If you go for the AMG line of the GLA, there you'll get vertical louvres in the grille and they look really, really fancy. They make the GLA look like a bit more expensive than it actually is. Now, overall, just look at this front end. I think that's where most of the changes are centered. Give us your opinion down in the comments box below what you think about them. Now, on the side, things remain very GLE. Flowing roofline, which slightly tips down towards the rear. Not a lot of views of straight lines over here, and because that's what makes this design look timeless. What I do want to talk about are these alloy wheels. Now, it's a traditional Merc design, but these are 19 inches, and that's a standard option on the GLA. Makes it look very gangster, to be honest. I'm here at the back of the GLA. There's not a lot of really space here to show you what the car is like. Not a lot has changed over here. The signature LED lights, they remain the same. The design once again remains the same and remains timeless. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, and now I'm going to go step inside the car and show you what's that like. Features aside, let's talk about what the cabin of the GLA feels like. And I have to say this, the seats super supportive. For a person of my frame, I'm about 5'8", I have a good amount of shoulder room, I have good amount of headroom, there's a lot of space for my legs. So the front half of the cabin feels really a nice place to be in. As far as the cabin ambience is concerned, well, you've got this all black upholstery over here, and not just that, the thing is Mercedes is also offering a beige and black combination for those who want a bit more sense of airiness inside the cabin. I honestly don't feel the need for it because all of this looks really well put together. And with that, let's jump in the back and see what things are like over there. Now, I'm in the second half of the Mercedes-Benz GLA's cabin, and let's start with the seats first. Supportive, quite well, but the thing is these are not too big, and even the width, well, I think 4-seater is all you're going to squeeze in here. Even for a child in the middle, it's not going to be too comfortable. So in that sense, it's a 4-seater, not a 5-seater. But the sense of space, again, as I said in the front, the sense of space at the back again, once again, remains quite good. I have a lot of headroom, I have a lot of knee room, my feet tuck in well underneath the seat, and even though the seat base is not as long as I would have liked it, the angle of it is such that I'm getting good under thigh support. So overall, the seats, they are a mixed experience. Now you've also got your own AC vents over here and a place to store your smartphone and charge it as well. On the sides, what really feels lacking is a sunscreen. I mean, in today's day and age, when cars much lower than this are getting it, I think that is something that should not have been skimped out on. But the rear cabin does not get a sunscreen. The last but not the least, inside the cabin, I want to talk about this dual pane sunroof, and this really does wonders for how well light comes inside the car. And this is one of the reasons why the cabin, being the size it is, doesn't really feel small at all. You must have noticed I call it a small luxury SUV, and it is one, but on the inside, it's trying to squeeze out as much real estate as it can. Now with that, we've given you a glimpse of what the new Mercedes-Benz GLA is like, and it gets two engines, that's a 1.4 litre petrol and a 2 litre diesel, the specs of which you can see down below. The prices, well, it starts at 50.5 lakh rupees and goes up to all the way to 56.49 lakh rupees. What's your opinion on this? You know where to tell me down in the comments box below. And with that, we move on to the third SUV that I'm going to show you today. The third Mercedes SUV I want to show you is this. It's an AMG, a 53 GLE 4MATIC Coupe to be precise. Now that's a mouthful, and why that is because the most special thing according to me about this car lies here underneath the bonnet, and that's its engine. It's packing a 3 litre inline-6 petrol engine that makes about a 430 brake horsepower and 560 Newton meters of torque. But that's not all special. What's special is that there's a 48-volt mild hybrid system on board that on demand can offer up to 200 Newton meters more torque. Now that's a lot of stuff, but you need it because it's a big SUV as well. Now, as far as design goes, the GLE, it's not doing things very differently. At the front, you have this traditional AMG grille that you've seen on Merc SUVs, a large full grille with these vertical sections and horizontal sections, giving it a lot of presence. The lighting is once again similar to other Mercedes models, especially the AMG ones on offer. But what I do say is, with this AMG badge here and this butch front end, the GLE 53 really does feel special to look at. Now, as you start to move towards the side, at the back, again, the coupe roofline that's particularly visible in other models also of Mercedes-Benz, that again remains a characteristic of the GLE 53. Now let's come towards the back, and you'll see what I was talking about, the design being similar to other coupe AMGs from Mercedes, because this one again slopes back quite a bit. It's got this stubby tail section over here, these horizontally integrated LED tail lamps, and not a lot of things are going on the boot. You've just got an AMG badge there, a GLE 53 badge here, and obviously that Merc logo in the center. So things are very familiar on the outside. Let's see what they feel like on the inside. Now once you step inside the GLE 53, obviously things remain very Mercedes still because a lot of the architecture remains the same, but they get really upmarket really fast. First up, I want to talk about how you sit and you just sink into the seats of the GLE. Very snug, very well bolstered. Even the seat base is quite well bolstered. So when you're out acting in a dynamic fashion, well, the seats, they will hold you in place. The screen, pretty big in front of me, very well lit. One thing I really like about this is that everything is very clearly legible and the graphics feel really cool. These air vents, they've been placed here in the center. They have this really nice brushed finish to them, look really cool. Apart from that, to control all the infotainment system, you have your controls down here in the center. You've got a touchpad that you can use to use the touch screen. Obviously, you can also touch it. It's not on right now. You've also got a few buttons over here that help you select the drive mode, that help you see the parking cameras, the media, the radio, and things like that. Apart from that, I also see this button over here, and that, from the looks of it, is supposed to raise or lower the height of the car. Now, with that done, let's see what the back seat feels like. Now I'm in the second row of the Mercedes-Benz GLE 53 Coupe with a 4MATIC in there somewhere. And obviously things are not as comfortable as the first row. This feels like it's the children row because seats are small, under thigh support is not that great. The angle that my legs are making, not very comfortable. And even though I have enough headroom, it doesn't feel very spacious here. I actually have a lot of space. It's just the way that the roofline slopes down towards the rear where things kind of become a bit cramped. But if you have children, they'll have a party time here, that I can assure you. You've got your own AC vents. You've also got a bunch of controls for the climate control system over here and a couple of sockets to charge your smartphone. Now once again, I'm left disappointed by the fact that this does not get a sunshade. Would have been really nice, but then again, a lot of people are not going to be sitting in the back seat of these. People who own it are probably going to be driving this one because this one is all about driving. You've got all your luxuries here. You've got this nice armrest, a couple of cup holders, and ultimately things are draped in luxury, but the size is a bit small. And with that, we're done with the cabin of the AMG GLE 53 4MATIC Plus Coupe. Now priced at 1.85 crore ex-showroom, that is, this is obviously a decent chunk of change. But the thing is, this is the kind of SUV you would buy and then take your husband or your wife or your kids out for a drive in this and have a good time, embraced in luxury. And that is what this SUV stands for. I think that's what Mercedes-Benz stands for. And with that, we come to the end of this video. I've shown you 3 Mercedes SUVs. Which one did you like the best? Let me know down in the comments box below. If you like this video, obviously hit that like button, subscribe to the autoX YouTube channel for more such cool automotive content. And once again, thank you so much for watching.